Hey everybody! You might notice that this is not Morgan. Shocking, I know. I was appalled and astounded.
I was really upset when I woke up this morning.
Yeah.
Remembered that it wasn't Saturday and I had to get up, and remembered that I wasn't Morgan. It's a really bad way to start your day.
Just feeling for your hair, that fro, and it's just not there.
But a better way, or something that made my day better, was remembering that it was Wednesday, and the new comics were coming out today / in the future, Wednesday.
Yeah, today. So we fired everybody else. We kicked Will to the curb. Morgan is, well, we can't really mention that on film. But what we can mention is many comic books. So we will start off with something that Morgan would talk about. In honor of Morgan, we have Infinity Man and the Forever People by Dan Didio and Keith Giffen, the team that brought you Olmec. Once again, revamping some of Kirby's more well-known DC characters. The Forever People were the kind of hippie crew from the 70s, from Kirby's Fourth World. They had names like Big Bear and Beautiful Dreamer, you know, hippie names, stuff like that. And this issue sees kind of the reboot of them. We revisit New Genesis again, and an old villain comes back to terrorize the Forever People, and they'll probably have to turn, you know, into the Infinity Man and kick cosmic ass.
How long has it been since Didio's written a comic?
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, hopefully this is more Keith Giffen.
If you were looking for some #1 Lumberjanes, that's back in stock to supplement the #3 Lumberjanes, which is new today. The Lumberjanes camping all-girl, all-awesome group is going on more adventures, finding...
Oh, cool.
Yep.
It's, see, look, you
get
merit badges
for buying the comics.
Oh.
It's like my childhood. I was a Girl Scout.
Of course you were.
It was.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Made a lanyard and lit my finger on fire with matches. They don't do that because they're a lot better at scouting than I was.
What else we got over here? On the more darker side, we have Edgar Allan Poe's Morella and the Murders in the Rue Morgue by Richard Corbin, who is basically exclusively doing Edgar Allan Poe adaptations apparently now, I guess.
He's pretty good at it, though.
He is really good at it. You know, I mean, I guess when you're Richard Corbin and you're one of those badass comic book artists to ever do comics, you can just kind of do what you want after like 30+ years, I think. It's been a long time. He was also one of the first artists to learn martial arts to better choreograph his fight scenes. And it looks awesome because all those people are really stubby and they're like, wah!
And this is the best thing I've ever heard.
Isn't it? That's really cool. But yeah, so it's Richard Corbin. It's a one-shot. It's $4. It's friggin' awesome and creepy. So
if you can't get your literature in the normal words, you can get them in picture words.
God, why would you want to read words?
Also from Dark Horse is a book that I hope when I read the title you really get the full effect of crime does not pay, etc. City of Roses. It's the collection from Phil Stanford's Dark Horse Presents series. This is all 12 of those collected in one nifty hardcover book. He used to be a reporter for the Oregonian and for the Portland Tribune, covered real crime stories, got real people's convictions overturned for a crime that they really didn't commit. So he's a pretty prolific writer, turned into doing crime stories, a couple novels. Now he hits the comic book side of things because comic books are better than novels. Don't tell my English degree I said that. But this is about Oregon's seedy underbelly in the 60s through the early 80s, about drugs, corrupt cops, trafficking, and all the crime that happened between then and when Portland became a hippy-dippy city. It was a drug-filled city full of...
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you made me
Just
want to
like
read
Seattle.
it. Look at that. Boom! Sold! From Marvel Comics, if Original Sin, coming out every 2 weeks, was not enough for you, we have Original Sins, with an S, plural.
We'll always have more than one sin.
It's true, you know? You know how the tagline is like, everybody has one? It should have been like, everybody has more than one.
Yeah.
But anyway, this features a Deathlock, the Young Avengers, and a nice little Rick Geary penciled lockjaw one-pager, or two-pager.
Which is so awesome.
Just very cute. Ryan North and Ramon Villalobos do the Young Avengers side, which is awesome, because Ramon Villalobos is very, very cool.
And Ryan North is hilarious.
Yes, Ryan North does Northworld, right? Or Northland? God, God, what is that called? I forget.
You just push the boundaries of my knowledge right now.
Yeah, it's like North something. It's a fun adventure thingy. But Nathan Edmondson and Mike Perkins do the Deathlock thing. There's a really great page in here that screams my inner 8-year-old. There's diodes everywhere and big guns.
Casey has a lot of inner 8-year-olds.
Shut up. That's why I work in a comic book store.
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever. And plus, I didn't get any new toys this week. I'm just going to make it.
Something that's not for 8-year-olds is The Empty Man, #1 by CULLEN, BUNN, and Vanessa R. Del Rey. CULLEN Bunn writes books like The Sixth Gun and Magneto.
Oh, Will's Magneto is encroaching.
His casual southern drawl is captivating my sensibilities. But, in all seriousness, The Empty Man is a serious book about disease.
Disease, huh?
Crime. The FBI CDC is investigating the Empty Man disease, which is a psychological gripper that turns people into monsters. They throw themselves in traffic, they cook their babies in ovens.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, it's dark. And
it's definitely not for 8-year-olds.
No, not for 8-year-olds. There's cults involved, and by the end of the book, you realize that this disease is mutating, and it's not a virus anymore. It's pretty classically horror. Got those awesome dark shadows. You're kind of like, do I really want to turn the page with the shadow? Oh my god! So it's pretty fantastic. CULLEN Bunn's one of my favorite authors, and Vanessa Del Rey is new, but she's looking pretty promising.
Cool. The complete opposite of dark. The shiniest comic of the week. In fact, it's so shiny it might be blaringly blinding you.
I can see it in reflection. I'm getting like a...
We might need to get sunglasses on. But this is the chromium version. Yes, chromium. Feel it.
Oh, I'm so
chromium.
pale. I just got sunburned.
You did get of Armor Hunters. This is the beginning of Valiant's 18-part summer crossover, acting like it is 1992 again.
What are they, Marvel?
They're blowing Marvel out the water. They're like, you think you can do a crossover with having lots of parts? It's like, no, you have to read every single one to get this story. But this is Robert Venditti and Doug Braithwaite. This is the culmination of a lot of the Valiant storylines. There is a strike force coming from space to destroy Exo Manowar and all of the armors like him. Hence, Armor Hunters. Very obvious, you get what you pay for. It's on the cover. You're gonna get armor people fighting. Doug Braithwaite's a great artist. His stuff's got this really nice kind of, almost kind of painterly feel. He did Storm Dogs most recently with David Hine for Image, which was cool. But yes, we have regular covers, variant covers, and the shiny cover. But only a few shiny covers, so. Oh, it's She-Hulk.
I know. I've been putting off reading She-Hulk, but I could put it off no longer because this week Ron Wimberly is drawing She-Hulk. It's always written by Charles Soule, who is always awesome, but the lawyer superhero could not be contained when Ron Wimberly gets a hold of her.
No.
There's also some sweet appearances by Tigra and Hellcat and
the Shocker has no pants.
No pants. What's
no pants Shocker? If that doesn't sell you on this comic, I don't know what will. Javi Polito has been killing it on this book, but page 1, Ron Wimberly, giant weird fisheye shit, yeah, it's really good.
He is kind of the king of fisheye.
He's getting there.
That is a perspective that not a lot of comic people have worked with enough.
It just reminds me constantly, like, maybe the Video Monkey could edit in some fisheye, we'd be like Busta Rhymes in here.
I think, yeah.
That would have been cool.
Just getting, like,
yeah, but he's too lazy for that, so you have to use your, he's shaking his head right now, use your imagination that we're fisheyeing, and I've got, like,
pretend I'm
big
cool
sunglasses.
Like,
yeah, right. Alright, moving on. From Dark Horse, we have New Lone Wolf and Cub. That's right, New. A sequel from original series writer Kazuo Koike, and art by Hideki Mori due to the unfortunate passing of Goseki Kojima, who was the artist. When was that?
Oh, he died in 2000. That was a while ago.
2000? Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a while ago. Clearly, yeah, I thought it was like a couple years ago.
No, that came out originally 2004.
Shows you how much I know about this comic.
It's taken that long to get the translation from America, so thank you, Dark Horse, for working tirelessly to translate one of the most influential comic series since the 70s?
There's no better samurai epic. There's really not. And this time it reads the right way, which is backwards. But yes, and it's like not super small, so you have to bust out the magnifying glass. It's a little bit bigger. It could have been bigger, but you know, it's $14.
We'll take what we can
get.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's New Lone Wolf and Cub.
That's right. Focusing on Daigoro. What's we got? Huh?
I would try to talk about that, but I would make a
How
fool
about
of myself.
this?
That I could talk about
Here.
all day. Do you want me to talk about
Go ahead.
Okay. Alright, I'll pull it together. David Quantick is writing this. He also writes on the television show Veep, which if you haven't watched yet, you're the saddest excuse for a television watcher.
Oh, I don't watch television.
Well, it's on HBO, so you might just be the saddest
poor.
excuse for a illegal downloader that I've ever seen. But that is one of the funniest shows on TV. Super sarcastic, super witty, and so is this comic. This comic is supplemented in its sarcasm and wit by high technicolor, eye-popping, retina-burning Shaky Kane.
Shaky Kane!
These two Brits are pulling off some 2000 AD influenced futuristic LA Philip K. Dick stuff where two cops are investigating a crime. One of them's a robot, one of them's a human. They don't know which because human characteristics are they're a little like this in the future. People aren't people. So why should it be that people and robots can get along so awfully?
How do I know you're not a robot? Prove to me that you're a human right now.
Because I have to go to pee? Is that something robots do?
Maybe in the future? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out. You'll
Do
find out
robots
when
pee?
you read this one shot.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, instead of do Android's Dream of Electric Sheep, it's do robots pee. So
It's mine, don't steal it. And I think this is finishing us up. Is the Uncanny X-Men Special #1 by Sean Ryan and art by Ron Atkins, who did the badass Detective Lancaster Blue backup in Prophet.
yes.
Very,
Awesome.
very cool.
So, one of the best backups.
It was one of the best. It was way better than mine. Way better. Almost all of them were, but whatever. Sorry, Dimmy. The art was good. Anyway, this is focusing on the Uncanny X-Men, which is the kind of terrorist X-Men team with Cyclops and a bunch of cool magic, and this dude with the most badass, giant underbite metal chin I've ever seen, ever.
Yeah, rivals Baron Unterbite, I think.
Wait, in fact, I think it almost beats him.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the tech on this is great. And I do believe that Ron Atkins is working more either with himself, putting something out with Image, or with Brandon. I do believe something is in the works.
Probably some strike file, probably some...
Something like that. Some Prophet Earth War-y stuff which is coming up.
Because everyone who's awesome is working on those books, so you should be excited for those books.
That's right. So yes, thank you for everybody joining us this week. Thank you, Anna, for being Morgan.
You're welcome.
You know, you did a very good job.
Thank you for not being mad at me for not being Morgan.
Well, you know, it's okay. I think we, you know...
It's alright. I mean, I understand that I'm not as cool.
No, it's okay. You know, it's okay, Anna, to not be as cool as Morgan. I'm not as cool as Morgan, and I have to deal with it every day.
It's alright. Well, we're gonna wallow.
Alright, we're gonna
Thanks,
wallow.
guys.
We'll see you guys later.